friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week of December the 13th to the 19th. Okay, let's get started here for Aquarius and see where are my Aquarius friends on the Fool's Journey. Where are they at right now? The lovers. Okay, Aquarius, you are looking at intimate relationships. The message says intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, good health. So that is sort of where the energy of your journey is right now. Aquarius is at the lovers. This is Archangel Raphael. Okay, interesting. Now, as you are on the path of understanding intimate relationships, understanding yourself in relationships, and sort of like carefully weighing out your decisions, making choices that reflect your best health moving forward. Okay, let's see, what archetype are you embodying as you go through this? Let's just shuffle a little here and then I'll cut the deck. Oh, that card came flying out though. Let's see, perhaps that's the card for you. Let's see, what is the archetype? The Liberator. Yeah, you are freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. So outdated beliefs here, releasing negative thought patterns. The shadow attribute here could be imposing your own tyranny over those who claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. That's really interesting. Now that card kind of came flying out. So I want to cut the deck as well to see for Aquarius, Prince. Light attribute, romantic charm, the power of potential, and shadow, using power for self-aggrandizement. So sort of seeing yourself as bigger than you are. This is intriguing. I'm going to keep both of these. So there's a part of you almost that is making decisions about bringing things into sort of a freeing sense. Like, are you going to choose to release negative thought patterns and pursue sort of romantic charm and your potential for a new start in love? Or will you be sort of imposing yourself in a situation to make yourself feel bigger, right? This is very interesting, Aquarius. And you did draw the Lovers card, so I really feel like this resonates here as your considerations moving forward towards this love path that you're on. To see how will you move forward with this? Will you be the prince where you have a lot of charm, or will you be sort of trying to just get your own agenda met without really considering the liberation here? You know, the other thing that's coming to me here is that will you choose to be free of a certain pattern in relationships, or will you choose to keep it? This is very interesting. Let's jump into the tarot cards here. We'll make some space to understand this story a little bit more for Aquarius as they are sort of focused on relationships, love, being charming and romantic. I feel the Prince makes an offer, so perhaps you're wondering if you're going to come in with an offer or not. We see the Ten of Swords, which is a time where you're done. Poke me, I'm done, right? You've reached the end of a cycle. So I feel like your job right now is to see, where am I moving forward with this? And this is a cycle that was painful for you on a mental level. This made you think. This really played into your element here of being an air sign, but this is Gemini energy. So it really and Gemini is the energy of the Lovers card, by the way. So you are full of Gemini energy right now. You might be dealing with a Gemini, or you could be feeling these sort of choices that need to happen. You're of two minds, right? When you see a Gemini, I feel like you're of two minds on a situation. Either something's over or it's just beginning. Wow. Something's over or it's just beginning. Holy moly. You are on the pathway of understanding whether or not you are done with this or not. Are you done with it or not? Aquarius, it's up to you. I feel like there's a part of you that just wants to be free. There's a part of you that wants to impose yourself. There's a part of you that wants to be charming. And then there's a part of you that's like, I deserve someone to come chase me. And it's interesting. I wonder what you're going to choose. What are the obstacles as Aquarius is trying to decide here whether to get up and start over, or to, you know, start over with something completely different and not this same energy anymore? We see the King of Pentacles, which to me says you will overcome any obstacle in your path. You will overcome it, and you will be able to have a lot of influence on creating something new. That, you know, obstacles are not a challenge for you in this situation. So that tells me that in terms of making a decision or a choice, that perhaps the choice where you really feel you're going to be able to create something is the one to choose. And to me, seeing the Fool here, that does say you're starting something new, and it's a self-discovery. So I'm wondering if there was a situation that happened in the past that had a big impact on you, enough so that it created a new journey for you and ended an old one. Like it sort of stopped a chapter by ending it. And now you have the possibility of starting a new chapter, and it's up to you. It's up to you. What will you choose? But you are thinking about it, and there's Temperance coming in, I feel, to say things are not in moderation, things are not in balance. And so it's important to bring those things in balance, and to sort of see the divine timing of all of this is being brought to your attention. This is Sagittarius energy, where, you know, I really feel like you're being guided to look at things in balance, in moderation, to see the timing, to not try and force things, to not impose yourself, right? To not try to ignore natural constraints, which is why I think you're seeing the King of Pentacles, is that if there's an obstacle in your path that you can't overcome, that could be a natural constraint that is not in your control. It could be within someone else's control. It could be maybe the individual you're pursuing is not wanting to play. You know what I mean? And that's not something you have influence over. Legitimate natural constraints could be here. The King of Pentacles could be here to say, I will remove any obstacles that are in your way, but anything that isn't removed is there for a reason. And that's why I feel like we're seeing Temperance here. The bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords followed by the Devil. And you know what? We have been seeing this on my channel a lot, where there is this interesting dynamic between a Capricorn and an Aquarius. And here we go. So it's like you need to make a choice about this, Capricorn. Okay, Aquarius. And, you know, we saw some Gemini energy here too. And so I can't help but think that you really truly are of two minds, because that Two of Swords is Libra. So you're trying to make a decision on something here. You're trying to make a decision to see what is just, what is virtuous when it comes to this, Capricorn, or when it comes to your motives, Capricorn aside, you know, when it comes to your motives, what are your motives? And the interesting thing about motives is this, the archetypes that you embody have very different motives. You know, like this Prince is either coming in because they see the potential by being sort of charming and romantic, or it's this idea of you're doing this for your own self-power, for you to feel big and to feel like you are who you are, ego, right? I feel like that's why we're seeing the Devil as well. Or you're the liberator coming in to free yourself from this negative thought pattern, or you're going to choose to sort of ignore that and go for it anyway. So it's very interesting. I'm very interested. I was going to say concerned, but I'm not really concerned. I'm intrigued by this dynamic that keeps coming up between an air sign and an earth sign. And it really feels like Aquarius Capricorn to me. And I'm wondering how this is all going to play out. What will you choose, Aquarius? What will you choose? What is your motivation now is the question when you see this, right? What is really motivating you in the present? But I feel like you have to make a choice here, you know. To see the Two of Swords under the Ten of Swords and the Devil under the Fool says to me, you know, what's your choice getting when you get up from that Ten of Swords? What's your choice going to be moving forward here? What's your perception moving forward? And as you start over again, what's your intention? Now, as we look at obstacles being removed, we see the Knight of Cups jump out. So it's interesting. It's kind of like this Knight reminds me of this Prince. You want to come in with an offer. You want to come in with an offer. You feel all obstacles will be removed if you come in with an offer. I think in your mind, the biggest obstacle is, do I make the offer or not? But now under Temperance, what's going to come up? What's on the other end of this offer? I think that's part of this ignoring legitimate constraints and being mindful of the present. And look what we see is the Lovers again. You need to think about maybe you don't need to think about it, but it's an interesting consideration to be like, what's on the other side of this offer? Does that person want this offer or not? It's intriguing. It's intriguing. And that could be a legitimate constraint here for Aquarius that needs to be considered, is that I feel like maybe this individual and you are you're not speaking. You're not speaking, and you haven't spoken in quite some time. You haven't spoken since this happened. And you're now in a place where you're about to start over, and a part of you can't help but think about this intimate relationship and whether or not to go back with an offer to sort of engage this individual again. And I don't know, there's Gemini energy again here with this Lovers for the second time. So really makes me think, again, you're of two minds of whether or not to move in with an offer or not. You're of two minds, but there's a part of you that needs to look at your intentions. What is your intention? Are you going back because you truly love this person and you want to start over in a healthy way that serves you both? Because I feel like that's how some of this action happened, was that it wasn't serving both of you. You know, it wasn't in balance. It wasn't serving you both. And now you're starting over again. And I feel like there were so many challenges in this dynamic. And so it's important to know why you want to go back. We see the Tower on the bottom of the card, bottom of the deck, followed by the Magician and the Seven of Swords with the Ten of Cups behind there in reverse. You know, I got to say here, that says to me that that really says to me that things are going to come down around you so that you can see the truth. Because you may be deceiving yourself right now, Aquarius. You really might be deceiving yourself. That Seven of Swords represents you. Okay, Aquarius? So we finally see some Aquarius representation here. That to me says, are you deceiving yourself and thinking that coming in with an offer is going to change things? That's very interesting. I wonder if you really think that. And I see the Magician and the Ten of Cups in reverse with those, the Tower and the Seven of Swords. That says to me that you can create whatever you want. You can create whatever you want, but you don't have power over someone else's emotions. You don't. You can create whatever you want for yourself, but you don't have power over someone else's emotions. And I feel like that's where we're getting the message of go into the unfamiliar to find a new partnership, because I think this partnership has some restraints here. There are some constraints around this relationship that you don't have control over. You just don't, you know, because they involve another person and their choices around you. So you can go in with the offer, but I feel like you're not gonna be able to control the outcome of that. So that's up to you. There is an interesting message here of going off into the unknown to pursue a new collaboration, to find a connection that resonates with you, but it's unfamiliar. It's new. So that's interesting. That's very interesting here for you, Aquarius, as you move forward with this sort of saga with this earth sign. What will you decide? Will you be the charming prince coming in with an offer? Or will you start a path that's new, that doesn't involve this individual anymore? Let's see here. Let's clarify the Lovers card here. We see the Six of Cups. Yeah, you're being really nostalgic. This is a person from the past that you want to reconnect with. You're thinking about the past and maybe idealizing it, but you haven't heard from this person. This person has not, I feel like you and this person are not in touch. You guys are not in communication. I'm going to grab this love deck here. I want to get some messages for you. What about the devil? Why are we seeing the devil card here? Is this about intentions? Is this because it's a Capricorn? Why is the devil card here, please? Right above the Seven of Swords. I mean, there is maybe something to look at with respect to your intentions moving forward. What are you intending to do here? What's motivating you? The devil card is here because of the Queen of Wands. You know, it's intriguing. Yeah, I feel like there could have been a third party influence here. The Queen of Wands to me is coming up to clarify the devil, because I feel like you may have made a choice. There may have been a karmic influencing you. There may have been a third party influence here, and that's why you can't let this go. Maybe you feel you made a choice in the past that involved a third party, and now you're free of that third party. So you're rushing in here to find that relationship again. The Emperor, yeah, you're taking charge in a new way. You're rushing in. You really want to express something. You want to express love. But I mean, it's interesting because let's see here. You want to express your love. Will the old partner, let's clarify that 10 of Cups in reverse. Will the old partner be interested in hearing from you? Wow, we see the 2 of Cups and the Hermit. I think they're going to stop and think about it. They're going to stop and think about it here, Aquarius. They might not be open to it right this second, but they will stop and think about it if you come in. I feel like they're going to stop and think about it. Whatever you have to say to this person, they're going to listen. They're going to stop and listen, and then they're going to think about it on their own. So you take a chance either way. We see Temperance again on the bottom of the deck. Divine timing. Perhaps it is divinely timed that you come back now. This is so beautiful. It could be divinely timed. Maybe all of this had to happen first. And the Tower has to come down. Let's clarify that Tower here for Aquarius. 7 of Wands. Yeah, you were dealing with some third party. I feel like you were dealing with some third party, and now you sort of see this. There's this energy of you looking behind your shoulder. We got the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. So I feel like you're finally seeing the truth and you're defending it. Oh, that's kind of beautiful, actually, Aquarius. I think you see the truth in... If it was a Capricorn, it's almost like there was a third party painting this Capricorn as something else. And you, I hate to say it, Aquarius, maybe you believed them. There was a Queen of Wands here. And I think you chose the Queen of Wands, and now you see that that wasn't the choice that led to your highest good. We see the Justice on the bottom of the deck when I'm talking about this. So I feel like, yeah, you know, you realized it. You saw the truth. And now you want to go back to the Capricorn. And I think the Capricorn's going to hear you out and make a decision based on whatever divine timing is for them. That 10 of Cups is in reverse because I feel like you think you can't have your happy ending without them. Oh, that's really beautiful, actually. Let's look at this 8 of Cups on the bottom here. Should Aquarius just go their own way? That 8 of Cups is more Gemini energy. Yeah, we see the 7 of Pentacles. Lots of choices here for you to make with the Lovers and all of these 7s, that 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands, and now the 7 of Pentacles. You're not sure where to invest next. Should you invest in the unknown, or should you try and get that Capricorn's attention again, or that you know, it's interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know what you're going to choose. We'll see. It'll be different for all of you, but I think that's the question you're asking yourself right now is, should I reinvest? What's on the bottom of the deck is the Magician again. And the Magician's right here. You got the Magician twice now. So really going into the unknown or staying where you are, it's totally up to you. You're going to manifest what you have the power to manifest, whatever story you wish here, but there will be another factor when you start bringing offers into that Capricorn. There's the Queen of Pentacles. I am more convinced than ever you want a new start with that Capricorn. You want to reinvest in that Capricorn and show them that you will invest in them fully. And that maybe that Eight of Cups is you saying, I understand everything now, and I want to walk towards the Nine of Cups with my Capricorn, right? The card that follows the Eight of Cups is the Nine of Cups. And I feel like you are trying to get you're trying to get back to your Capricorn here. You're looking at your investment so far and saying to yourself, how can I manifest that connection again with my Capricorn, Queen of Pentacles? That's really beautiful. Well, we'll see what happens, Aquarius. Let's get some love messages. What is Capricorn's message to Aquarius? If it is a Capricorn, if that resonates for you, what is the Capricorn saying to Aquarius right now? Oh, nothing. There's no communication. What are they thinking? Is the Capricorn even thinking about Aquarius right now? Silence. Silencio. There's no communication between you two. It's going to be tricky to come in here. It's going to be tricky to come in to talk to Capricorn. They are attracted to you. And it is safe for you to love them. But I don't know what they're going to say back. Attraction. It says, you attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. I feel like this Capricorn is definitely attracted to you. And it says here, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, which is love. I think they love you and they're still attracted to you, but will they want to talk to you? It could be the one on the bottom next to stay optimistic. Oh boy. Well, you know what, Aquarius? The Capricorn reading did have some interesting energy. You might want to cross-watch that one. Very interesting. I think this is another love reading. There was another one that turned into a love reading. It was Taurus. This is intriguing. You know what? You're going to have to just see. You're going to have to decide for yourself here, Aquarius. But I think they're going to hear you out. And we'll see what they decide. Very interesting. I'm going to leave it at that. If this has resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, my email and a description of the readings I offer, you can find that below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we'll see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends. Have a great week.